Alright, so after the Q&A video last time, I got a lot of questions about what you eat in a day, how you fuel it all. So today is going to be everything I eat for a long training day. Got a lot of training on the cards, got about 4 or 5 hours on the bike going down to Windsor, and then I'll come back, refuel, and I've got a swim this afternoon, probably about 5k. So for breakfast, I normally have the same thing. Got some toast, some butter, some jam, and some fruit. So I've got some strawberries and some grapes. I sometimes vary it up, have porridge or cereal, but before a long ride, I will always try and have toast, try and get a lot of carbs in me.
And naturally, I always have the dog begging me for some food.
All right, we're at the calf with Seth, strongest sprinter in North London, some would say. For some scram, we've got a full cinnamon bun, it'd be rude not to, and a latte. Yeah, goes down like a treat. All right, so just finished the ride. Ended up doing about 100 miles, so a bit longer than planned. Let me talk you through some of the stats. So 5 hours, 10 minutes, average speed 31.2, normalized power 236, and 3,700 calories burned. So got a lot of eating to do, but it was a really fun ride, class afternoon out. All right, so just gotten back and I've sorted myself some lunch. I used to be really bad at getting through the door and faffing, having a shower, lying down on the sofa for ages. But now I kind of make it my mission to get through the door and try and get food in me as quick as possible. Then I can chill, have a shower, relax on the sofa, whatever. So today I got a chicken salad going on here, lots of veg, some nuts, some seeds, and then some toast as well with some more butter just to get the calories in. I also often just go for a glass of milk as well because it's very refreshing after a long ride, and again just like extra calories. So yeah, munch this down, probably eat a bit more later and then go for a swim. So it's about half an hour later now. I was hungry again, so I got some raspberry ice cream here, some fruit, and hopefully that will see me through the swim and through till dinner. Just gonna watch some TV now and just relax, put my feet up. All right, off to the pool now. Last session of the day. Can't really be asked, but got to get it done. All right, swim done, as I'm sure you can tell by the goggle marks. Slightly suboptimal. We didn't realise that the pool needed to close at 5 p.m. basically, so it was a bit shorter than supposed to be. I think I got in 4k, so not bad. Legs were a bit heavy, so I did a bit more pull up at the session up on the screen. But yeah, set training all done, 5 p.m. Not too bad. Back home, we'll have probably a bit more food before dinner, and then I'll go for a little debrief. All right, my next bit of food is something I like to call pre-dinner. So we've got some pre's here. It's basically some cereal, some yogurt, some fruit. Often varies, can sometimes be toast. I normally do have something before dinner and after my last training session. So that's almost all I've eaten. I'm still going to have dinner with my family. I just wanted to run through some caveats to this video and some tips I found with nutrition myself, training at such a high volume. So some caveats. One is that this was a very long training day. I don't often do 6 hours. I don't often do that long. So I am naturally eating more as well. Two is that I am at home at the moment. So I am for a couple of weeks of the year when I don't have university and I'm not abroad racing, I'll be at home, and I am at home now. I eat largely the same as when I'm at university, although some things, like price-wise, I wouldn't normally buy. So I think we're having salmon for dinner, but I would normally not buy salmon. So it's normally chicken, and normally have less fresh fruits and more frozen fruits. But largely, what I've eaten is pretty much what I'd have on a normal university day, which is the majority of my year. Now, some tips I found with nutrition. Number one for that, and I think something that's very overlooked and not talked about, is that I think I'm a strong believer in quantity over quality. Especially training at this volume, if you are under eating, you're really not going to perform. Even for a day, if you undereat, you can underperform the next day or that same day. I'm a strong believer you need to get enough, and if it's not necessarily the healthiest, that's okay. That won't impact your performance as much as not eating enough would. Try and get as much fruit and veg in, try and eat healthy, but with the amount we have to eat, you don't have to eat healthy everything. I'll have the cinnamon bun, I'll have unhealthy cereals, I'll have ice cream when I feel like it. As long as I get 3 healthy meals in with good amounts of strong proteins, fruit and veg throughout the day, I genuinely don't feel the need to have salad every single day, and it's very difficult to fill yourself up and to get enough calories in that way. My next point here is that I don't track anything. I know some people track it and they find great value in that, but I personally do not want to. I don't think it would be enjoyable, and I don't feel I need to. I managed to stay pretty stable weight the whole year round whenever I check every couple of months, that's just from not intuitive eating, because I do know I need to eat before a big session or something like that, but just having a good gauge of how much I'm burning and how much I should be eating. So on a heavy training day, I'll eat more, and on a lighter training day, I'll naturally be less hungry and eat less. Specifically about today, I've actually found it quite interesting because I never normally look at these stats, but I think I burnt around 7,000 calories. So like 4,000 calories on the ride, probably 1,000 on the swim, and then naturally I'll burn like 2,000 to 3,000 calories. So it was a heavy burning day, and I probably think I've eaten about that. Still got dinner and probably some dessert to come. And finally is that this is just how I eat. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I think I have a good balance of getting the calories in and getting enough food to fuel everything, but also trying to keep as healthy as possible, getting all my nutrients, my vitamins, my fruit and veg in, fiber, protein, all of that sort of stuff. And to be honest, it's worked. I haven't been injured or ill for a year. I've ate like this pretty much every single day. So I'm going to keep eating like this, to be honest. I am looking to get more into my meal prepping and potentially trying to plan out what I'm eating each day at the beginning of the week, because that just means at university I'm less inclined to have to buy meal deals and stuff, which aren't bad, but just aren't quite as healthy as how I could be eating. So yeah, that's my rundown. Everything I've eaten, all the tips I'd give to people. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, if it's more or less healthy or unhealthy than you thought it would be. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you found it useful and valuable and learned a few things. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, just chuck them in the comments. I promise I'll get to them. All right, so final meal of the day, we've got some couscous, salmon, and some salad. It's a pretty standard meal. I generally have just some protein, some veg, and then some carbs. Probably have some dessert afterwards, but yeah, that's everything I've eaten today. I'll see you in the next one.